Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Henry.
And I'm Sarah. We're so excited to have you with us today. Whether you're a new listener or you've been learning with us for a while, welcome.
This is the show where we help you improve your English by talking about real topics, using natural conversations, and sharing everyday English that people actually use.
That's right. And today's episode is all about English in real life. What does that mean? Well, we're going to explore how people use English in daily situations, like when you're shopping, chatting with friends, working, or just living life.
Exactly. You'll learn useful phrases, expressions, and some of those little tricks that make English sound more natural. And don't worry, it's all beginner-friendly and super practical.
We'll also do some role plays, give you easy examples, and share tips you can start using today to sound more confident in real-life situations.
Yeah, same. I kind of miss that whole movie experience. Popcorn, big screen, people laughing at the same time. So grab your notebook, your coffee, or just sit back and relax. Because this episode is packed with helpful English you won't learn in textbooks.
All right, let's jump in and get talking about real-life English.
So before we get into today's topic, Sarah, how's your week been? Anything fun going on?
Oh, it's been one of those weeks. Busy, but in a good way. I'm actually planning a little day trip this weekend, just a quick getaway to the countryside. How about you?
Nice, that sounds relaxing. I've mostly been catching up on stuff at home. Laundry, dishes, the exciting stuff laughs. But I might go see a movie on Sunday. I've been hearing good things about that new comedy. Have you seen it?
Ooh, not yet, but I've heard it's hilarious. If you go, let me know how it is. I've been meaning to go to the cinema again. It's been a while. Totally, although I'm the person who always brings snacks in my bag. Laughs. Don't tell the movie theater.
Ha ha ha, your secret's safe with me. Actually, this kind of casual chat is exactly what we'll be talking about today. English in real life, right?
Exactly. Just simple, natural conversation. Nothing too formal, just the way people really talk.
So whether you're chatting with a friend, buying coffee, or heading to a movie, today we'll show you how to use English in those areas. All right, so let's dive into today's main topic, English in real life. Now, Sarah, what does that really mean? Because English in a classroom and English in the real world can feel pretty different, right?
Oh, 100%. In class, we learn grammar rules, vocabulary lists, and maybe read formal texts. But in real life, people don't always speak like a textbook. They use slang, contractions, idioms, and sometimes they speak fast.
Exactly. And that can be frustrating, right? Like, you study English for years and then someone says, "Wanna grab a bite?" And you're like, "Wait, what did they just say?"
Haha, yes. Or someone says, I'm just gonna head out real quick. And you're thinking, what happened to the full sentences I studied?
So today's episode is all about that. We're going to explore how English is really used in everyday situations, at home, at work, on the street, with friends, and how you can understand it and feel confident using it too.
And don't worry, we'll break things down slowly. We'll explain any expressions we use, and we'll give you examples and practice ideas you can try right after the episode.
Because our goal is to help you feel comfortable speaking English in your daily life, not just passing a test.
Exactly. So whether you're living in an English-speaking country or just want to speak naturally online or with friends, this episode is for you.
All right, let's get into our first segment, how to use English in daily life, like at the grocery store, the coffee shop, or running errands. Let's go. Okay, let's start with something super practical, daily life English. I'm talking about things like going to the store, ordering a coffee, or asking for directions.
Right. These are the kinds of moments where you need quick, simple, and natural English. No one's giving a speech when they buy milk. They just want to be clear and polite.
Exactly. So let's go through a few common situations and give our listeners some helpful phrases they can use right away. How about we start with the grocery store?
Hi there. Did you find everything okay? Okay, picture this. You walk into the store and you can't find the eggs. What do you say?
You could say, "Excuse me, where can I find the eggs?" Or, "Hi, do you know where the eggs are?"
Super simple, super natural. And when you're at the checkout, the cashier might say something like, "Would you like a bag? Do you have a loyalty card?" Or even just, "How are you today?"
So don't panic, just smile and say, "I'm good, thanks, and you?" "No bag, thank you." "Yes, here's my card."
Nice. All right, let's do a quick role play. I'll be the cashier, you be the customer.
"Yes, thanks, just these today."
Great. Would you like a bag?
"No bag, thanks."
All right, that's $12.50.
"Here you go, thank you."
Thanks.
See? Super easy. Just being polite and keeping things simple goes a long way.
Totally. Okay, next everyday situation, ordering coffee. One of the most common and sometimes scary moments for learners.
Haha, yes, baristas speak fast, and there are so many options. But here's what you can say. "Hi, can I get a medium latte? Please, I'll have a small coffee with milk. Can I get that to go if you want a takeout?"
And the barista might say, "Is that for here or to go? Would you like any sugar? That'll be $4.25.
Let's do another quick role play. "Hi there, what can I get for you?"
Hi, can I get a small cappuccino, please?
"Sure, is that for here or to go?"
To go, please.
"All right, that'll be $3.50.
Here you go. Thanks."
"You're welcome. Have a nice day."
So simple, right? Once you practice this a few times, it becomes second nature.
Exactly. The key is to learn the pattern of the conversation, not just the words. The more you listen and repeat, the more confident you'll be.
And that's why listening to this podcast is already helping you improve.
All right, up next, what do you say we move into a more social space? Let's talk about casual conversations and small talk.
Yes, social English coming up next.
All right, so we've handled daily tasks like shopping and coffee, but what about making small talk or meeting new people?
That can be one of the hardest parts, even for native speakers sometimes. You want to sound friendly, confident, but not awkward.
Totally. Social English is all about keeping things light, friendly, and open. You're not trying to say something perfect. You're just trying to connect.
Let's start with the basics. Introducing yourself. Here's a super easy version. Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. Hey, I'm Henry. I just moved here. Hi there. I don't think we've met. I'm Sarah.
And people usually reply with something like, "Nice to meet you too." "Oh, hey, I'm Jason. Cool. Where are you from?"
Hi. I don't think we've met before. I'm Sarah.
"Hey, I'm Henry. Nice to meet you."
You too. Are you from around here?
"Not really. I just moved here a few months ago. Still getting to know the place."
Ah, cool. Welcome. How do you like it so far?
And small talk doesn't need to be deep. You can talk about the weather, weekend plans, work, food, all the simple stuff. It's great. People have been really friendly.
See? Easy going. A few questions, a few answers, and now it's a conversation. Let's give our listeners a few go-to topics and questions they can use. So, how's your day going? Did you do anything fun this weekend? Have you been to this place before? I like your jacket. Where'd you get it?
And don't forget reactions. Short phrases like, "No way, that's awesome, really? I didn't know that sounds like fun."
Exactly. These little phrases show you're interested and help the conversation keep flowing.
Want to show what that sounds like in real time? "Hey, I'm Henry. This your first time at one of these events?"
Yeah, actually, my friend invited me. I didn't know what to expect. You...
"Same, but it's cool so far. Nice vibe."
Totally. So what do you do?
"I'm a graphic designer, mostly freelance. You?"
Oh, nice. I work in marketing. We probably have some stuff in common.
"For sure. What kind of marketing?"
Boom. Just like that, a full conversation started from one question.
So don't be afraid to speak up, ask a question, or give a compliment. It's not about perfect grammar. It's about connecting.
Exactly. English is a tool for communication, not perfection.
All right, next up, we're going to talk about English in professional situations, job interviews, emails, and workplace conversations.
Yep, time to level up to workplace English.
All right, let's get professional. Let's talk about how to speak English in the workplace, whether it's a job interview, an email to your boss, or chatting with coworkers in the break room.
Exactly. And honestly, this kind of English can feel formal, but it doesn't have to be complicated. You just need the right tone, polite, clear, and respectful.
Let's start with a classic job interviews. This is a big one for learners, and it's all about confidence and structure.
A common first question is, can you tell me a little about yourself?
You can answer with something like, "Sure, my name's Henry, and I have 3 years of experience in customer service. I really enjoy working with people and solving problems."
Short, sweet, and focused on your skills. Then they might ask, why do you want to work here?
And a good response could be, "I admire your company's values and I'm excited about the opportunity to grow in this role."
So, Henry, can you tell me about yourself?
Absolutely, I have a background in sales and marketing with 4 years of experience in managing client accounts. I really enjoy helping customers and working in a team environment.
Nice. Why are you interested in this position?
I think this company is doing exciting work, and I'd love to be a part of that. I'm looking for a role where I can grow and contribute.
Simple and clear. And remember, practice makes confident. Try saying these answers out loud.
Let's move to something a little more written. Emails.
Oof. Emails can be tricky. You want to sound professional, but not too stiff. Let's break down a basic email. Sample email format, subject meeting request opening. Dear Mr. Lee, body, I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to request a meeting next week to discuss our project timeline closing. Looking forward to your response. Best regards, Sarah.
And if you're emailing a coworker, it can be a little more casual. "Hi, Alex, just a quick note. Can we push the meeting to 3 p.m.? Thanks."
Tone depends on the relationship, but the key is asterisk politeness and clarity.
Now let's talk meetings. What's something useful someone could say?
Oh, definitely. Can I add something? That's a great point. I'd like to build on that. Can we circle back to this later?
And if you're not sure what someone said, don't be afraid to ask. "Sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't catch that. Can you say it one more time?"
Okay, so the deadline is next Friday. Any questions?
Yes, just to clarify, do we need to submit the report by Thursday or Friday morning?
Good question. Friday morning by 10 a.m.
Got it, thanks.
And boom, you just participated in a meeting in English.
So whether you're in a job interview, writing an email, or talking in a meeting, just stay polite, be clear, and practice.
Exactly. Start small. Use one new phrase this week at work or in class. It really adds up.
All right, we're almost there. Coming up next, English in emergencies and travel situations. Super important stuff.
Yes, you won't want to miss this one.
All right, before we close out today's episode, we've got a few quick tips and some questions from our awesome listeners.
Yes, we love hearing from you guys. Thanks for sending your questions through email and YouTube comments. Keep them coming. Listener. Question 1. I feel shy speaking English in front of native speakers. What should I do?
Oof, great question. And super common. First thing, you are not alone.
Nope. Even advanced learners get nervous. My advice? Start small. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Just try to connect.
And remember, most people appreciate the effort. You can even say, "I'm still learning, but I'd love to practice."
Yes, that takes the pressure off and shows confidence. Listener, question 2. How can I improve my listening skills in daily life?
Oh, I love this one. Easiest answer, podcasts like this one.
Aha, totally. But also, watch movies or series with subtitles. Listen to English music and try to write the lyrics. Change your phone or apps to English.
And repeat what you hear out loud. That's called shadowing. Super useful.
All right, here are 3 quick tips you can use. This week, 1. Practice one real conversation at the store, in a cafe, or with a friend. Learn 2 new phrases from today's episode and try using them. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute a day. You'll hear your own progress.
Love that. And don't forget, you don't have to speak like a native speaker. You just need to be understood and confident.
Exactly. Real-life English is about connection, not perfection.
That's it for today's Q&A. Thanks to everyone who sent in questions. If you have more, drop them in the comments or email us.
And don't forget to subscribe and follow the podcast so you never miss an episode.
We'll be back soon with another topic to help you level up your English.
Until then, keep practicing, stay curious, and speak with confidence.
Okay, so before we say goodbye, let's do a quick recap of today's episode. We've covered a lot of ground, right?
Yes. Today, we dove into English in real life, from the grocery store to the workplace, and even casual conversations with friends.
Exactly. We started with daily life English, things like asking for directions, ordering coffee, and checking out at the store.
Then we moved on to social English, how to break the ice, make small talk, and chat with new people at a party or a gathering.
We also talked about workplace English, how to handle job interviews, write professional emails, and speak up in meetings without feeling awkward.
And don't forget the most important part. Real-life English isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about being clear, polite, and confident in everyday situations.
That's right. Whether you're talking to a barista, a colleague, or a new friend, just be yourself and keep practicing.
All right, before we sign off, here are a few final tips to help you with your English journey. 1. Be patient with yourself. Progress takes time, but every small step counts. 2. Practice every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. You'll get better over time. 3. Listen to native speakers in real-life situations. Watch TV shows, listen to podcasts, or chat with friends in English. The more you hear it, the more you'll get used to it.
And here's the big one. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Every mistake is just a step towards improving. The more you try, the more you'll learn.
Exactly. English in real life isn't about being perfect. It's about making connections and improving with every conversation.
So that's it for today's episode. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you feel more confident about using English in your daily life.
If you enjoyed today's podcast, make sure to subscribe, leave us a comment, and share your thoughts or questions with us. We'd love to hear from you.
Bye, everyone. Take care. We'll be back next week with another episode to help you level up your English skills. Until then, keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to speak up.
See you next time. Goodbye for now.
And that's it for today's episode of the English Learning Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in.
We hope you found today's tips and conversations helpful for improving your real-life English skills. Whether you're at the store, at work, or meeting new people, remember, confidence and practice are the keys.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. We'd love to hear how you're using English in your daily life.
And if you have any questions or suggestions for future episodes, drop them in the comments or send us an email. We're always excited to hear from you.
Keep practicing, stay positive, and we'll see you next time on the English Learning Podcast. Until then, take care and keep speaking English.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. See you soon.